Most people think franchising is about legal documents and selling locations. It isn't. Franchising is about turning a business into a machine. I'm Justin Kaiser, and over the last 24 years, I built multiple businesses, including building a franchise brand from scratch and scaling it to over 100 franchise territories before an acquisition. What I've learned is that the difference between building a business that scales and one that stalls is almost never the idea. It's the architecture. At Empire Franchising, we invest in great local businesses and turn them into scalable national franchise platforms. And that process is very different than what most people imagine. The first step is not franchising. The first step is selection. This is where most people get it wrong. Not every business should be franchised. In fact, most shouldn't. We start by looking at unit economics, simplicity, teachability, and whether the business actually works without the owner. If the model only works because the founder is exceptional, there's no platform. If the margins are fragile, there's no platform. If the operation is too complex to be taught quickly and consistently, there's no platform. If the foundation is not there, nothing else matters, because all franchising does is amplify whatever already exists. Once the right business is selected, the second step is model engineering. This is where we take a real-world business and turn it into something that can actually scale. We simplify the operation. We remove unnecessary complexity. We tighten the economics. We redesign the workflow so the business can be run by normal, competent people, not superheroes. This is where most founders have to let go of the idea that the business should be built around them. The business has to be built around the system. The third step is systemization. This is where the business stops living in someone's head. Training programs, playbooks, standards, checklists, processes. This is not glamorous work, but it is the work that makes everything else possible. Without this, there's no consistency. And without consistency, there's no brand. And without a real brand experience, there's no scalable franchise. The fourth step is infrastructure. This is where most franchise brands break. They sell locations before they build the support. They grow before they build the oversight. We do the opposite. We build the franchisee support systems, the performance tracking, the coaching cadence, the intervention frameworks, and the management leverage before we try to scale. This is what allows a system to go from 5 locations to 50 and then to 100 without collapsing under its own weight. The fifth step is the growth engine. Only after the machine is built do we turn on serious marketing and franchise development. This is the part everyone wants to start with. It should actually come later. When the system is ready, growth compounds. When it isn't, growth just creates chaos. A real growth engine is not just ads and salespeople. It's a territory strategy. It's qualification. It's onboarding. It's a professional, repeatable expansion process. The sixth step is platform scaling. This is where the business model stops being a local company and becomes a real national brand. This is where you start thinking in terms of markets, not units, systems, not locations, enterprise value, not just cash flow. This is also where management structure, leadership layers, and long-term brand architecture really start to matter. Here's the critical part that most people miss. These steps are in this order for a reason. Most franchisors do them backwards. They sell first, then they try to build the systems, then they try to build support, then they try to fix the model. That works at 5 locations. It starts to break at 25, and it almost always collapses at 50. At Empire Franchising, we reverse the order. We build the machine first, then we scale it. This is also why raising capital too early is so dangerous. Money does not fix architecture, it amplifies it. If the system is weak, capital just helps you reach the breaking point faster. If the system is strong, capital becomes leverage. The order always matters. If you're a business owner watching this, the most important question is not, can my business be franchised? Probably can. The more important question is, should it? Some great businesses should stay local, and some should scale corporately across the nation, and some can become incredible franchise platforms. The difference is not ambition, it's structure. That's exactly what we look at in our growth strategy sessions. It's not a sales call. It's a strategic working session where we look at your business, your unit economics, your operations, and your structure, and help you see clearly whether this should stay what it is, become something bigger, or be turned into a franchise platform. And remember this, franchising is not about selling locations. It's about building a machine that can grow without you. When you get that part right, everything else becomes much easier.